Yeah, this is Cop Block Radio, coming at you
God?
from secret locations across the country. This is the voice of God, introducing your hosts, Severin Freeman, Matthew Taylor, and Paul Gordon.
What's up? I just hope it's only the voice of God, because if it's the real God, dude, I'm in trouble. Seriously. You got some lightning? You bring some lightning bolts for me, God? Because I know. Oh, you want them. You're stepping up.
Lightning.
You know, they say marijuana is a gateway drug to lightning, so that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense.
I can't do lightning, but I can do applause. I can do applause.
I'm not used to hearing applause. This is an alien concept for me. People they don't usually applaud for me, so
I got all kinds of cool buttons over here. I just rarely ever use them.
Wait. Could you say that sentence again? Just leave it. Just say it.
I've got all kinds of cool buttons over here.
That's it. No. That's it. Just let that hang. Let that float out there. See, that fills the imagination. That's.
Severin's got buttons, and he's gonna push them all night long.
Gonna put it all night long. Yeah,
all night.
We're gonna get banned before the show's over. Right?
Oh yeah, we're losing followers left and right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, speaking of losing people, I really want to touch on this because while it's fresh on my mind and let the audience know transition happening, Google Hangouts is how we broadcast our show. It's a free service. It's awesome. We can all join in and broadcast.
Well, I don't know about awesome, but
everything's all fun, good, and happy. Well, it has been up until recently. When we signed in last week, we noticed a warning that said Google Hangouts is ending.
Wah.
So as of next month, we are already looking into backup plans, but there's a chance we might not be live on YouTube anymore, guys. It was real easy to do and real fun, but you might have to actually tune into the radio show stream from now on. After that point, which is the 12th of next month. We still have 2 more weeks on the YouTube to watch us.
Do you mean they would have to actually go to the source to listen to us?
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of feel...
That's a lot of hard work, man.
Because this immortalizes me, okay? I can be dead for 20 years and people can look me up and see all my shows and see my face, my expressions, everything. I'm immortalized by this. Not anymore. Google has taken my immortality.
Your immortality? I like that.
What's immortality?
I don't know.
Immortality. It's digital mortality.
Yeah,
it's
digital mortality. Okay.
It's immortality. It's a thing. It's a thing now. We're doing this.
Right now, it's coined.
Right this second. Immortality. It's a thing.
You can create Bitcoin. I can create immortality. All right.
Oh, by the way, hey, I want to say something about Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin. I'm a Bipper. And I love you guys. You know I love you guys because I'm on this show instead of using my computer to mine. Last night, I mined 8 bips. I have 8 bips. I have a total of 20 bips.
Now, what is the conversion rate? What is the conversion rate?
I don't know. All I know is
how he has them. He's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm happy I have them.
One thousandth of a penny.
Whatever it is, I got bips and fight me. That's all that matters. That's right.
Square up.
Well, no, this is a real deal thing. I actually thought this was all a joke when I first was watching this, and this Cop Block Radio is turning more into the Freedom Hotline, but whatever.
It's the Freedom Fiends.
Yeah.
It's basically becoming
I was listening to the show.
A Freedom Fiend subsidiary. Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. I really did, but Michael, the lead host, is actually a programmer that knows a thing or two about computers, and he worked with a team of guys and created.
Yeah, Brian Gordon and Derek Slopey were the two. They're the architects, and Michael is the Svengali behind it all.
And this is a real deal thing that's on the blockchain. That's
dude, I mine. I'm a miner. I wanted to do that meme, with Bill Murray.
I was really interested in the no registration for miners and no special.
Yeah, it's totally anonymous.
What's the conversion rate? You said you have 9 Bitcoin. So
I have a total of 20 bips. Don't tell me. Don't undercut my bipping.
Can you get like one sticker for 20 bips, or is it like 20
I don't know what the exchange rate is. I'm definitely gonna buy when I get enough bips. I'm definitely gonna buy a radio ad on Freedom Fiends.
Well, I'll tell you what. Don't use those because there are people that could have gotten in on the ground floor of Bitcoins that could have.
So I hold on to my bips. I hold on to my bips.
Yeah.
I want to become a bipionaire. That's my goal is to
They
become
said
a
that
bipionaire.
the people who bought into the original Bitcoins are like multi-millionaires at this point, just from the compounding value of those coins over time.
Yeah.
I was searching here to see if there was a conversion rate of what a Bitcoin was, and I don't see that. But what I do see for Bitcoin is that there was a man named Christoph Koch who put $27 in when it was getting off the ground in 2009 and just forgot about it. When he came back and actually realized that he had remembered this, it was up to $886,000. Talk about an investment.
That's probably enough to pay my property tax this year. So.
Listen,
all right.
I would love to forget
These
about
are the jokes, folks.
I would love to forget about $27 and just come back to almost 900 grand. Just like, oh yeah. Why don't we do this again?
It's absolutely a nice problem to have. I'm for this.
We have a few things I wanted to.
We have breaking news, don't we?
Yeah, we have several pieces of breaking news. Let's go first. First and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to my grandpa. All right, it's my radio show. I don't care if it's Cop Block related. My grandfather passed away. He was a cool dude, and he lived a really awesome life. He saw like the whole world 5 times over.
Well, what's his name?
Dudley.
Rest in peace, Dudley.
Rest in peace.
He did the American dream, I'll tell you what. He worked his butt off. He retired with a nice big retirement package, and he traveled the world and golfed everywhere until he was too old to travel. That was his whole life, was traveling.
This cream soda's for you.
Hell yeah. Water for you. No beer tonight, but yeah, he was a cool dude. So.
Yeah, I got no beer. I'm beerless.
For the homie, except for that's my floor, and I'm not going to do it.
I got no beer, so I had to find a soda that looked like beer.
Let's jump into good news, some police action, some things happening throughout this week, because we're going to cut to a commercial break. But before we get there, breaking happening tonight. PINAC correspondent was at a city council meeting. PINAC is photography is not a crime. The correspondent went to go film a city council meeting as he usually did. He was thrown out the week before, and I guess there was a whole plan because Carlos Miller, one of the head founders of PINAC, was on his way there to go meet this guy, and I guess his backup to film to see what they were going to do because this is a public meeting. They can't just ban people.
Can they?
Or can they? Well, by the time Carlos had gotten there, all he could do was interview witnesses to the outlandish arrest that occurred by a huge group of cops surrounding this man as if he were some sort of terrorist. So that just broke.
9/11 is bad.
Yeah, that's happening right now. It's insane. This guy is going to now spend the night in jail. It looks like I've been following Carlos's updates. And you can go check out Carlos Miller on Facebook. He's posting live streams and interviews and updates, or you can check out Photography is Not a Crime. I'm sure he's going to be having a story going up shortly about it. But it's just insane. I want to get on board a call flood or something, but what's the point? Like, he's going to spend the night in jail no matter what.
Absolutely. And hey, if there is anybody out there who happens to be in contact with Carlos and also watching this show, shoot him over a text of what our call-in line is. It is 413-418-COPS. It is 413-418-2677. We would love to talk to him about this tonight. So if we can get a hold of him, somebody get Carlos Miller to call this show.
Might even allow him on, even if he has bad audio. Even if he has bad audio, we might allow him on. Right.
Well, we're cutting to a commercial break. That's my new button to let you guys know.
I like it. That's good.
It's about time. So we'll be right back with more stories and more of our opinions on nothing.
Oh, we're doing Seinfeld now. Great.
Yeah.
Yes. Costanza.
Are we going to do awkward turtle dancing in this?
I've been working on my dancing.
Oh, okay. I've been working on a dance, so.
I've been seeing a lot of Harambe online lately.
Hey, did you see my Harambe's?
I did.
I got some Harambe's
no
out
more
there,
memes
man.
for Harambe.
I went bowling today, right? And when I hit a turkey, for some reason, instead of a turkey actually popping up, it was this ape, and I really thought it was Harambe. So I dropped down to my knees.
Were
and
you
started
triggered?
giving.
Did you just worship him? That's
Yes,
what
I
you
did.
do.
And here's the crazy
That's what
thing,
you
right?
do.
I dropped the ball and everything and started worshiping. And what happened? Like everybody there, because I was there with a bunch of seniors,
They
just like
probably thought
stopped.
you were Muslim.
Yeah,
at
they
that
just
point.
stopped. I'm surprised somebody wasn't like, "That's not the way you're supposed to look." So,
Either that or they're looking at you like, he's worshiping Harambe all wrong. Serious. He's not giving his whole heart and soul to it. You can tell he's holding back. Son, let me show you how to do it.
his privates are still in his pants. He's not doing it right.
Yes, exactly.
All right, I'm going to kick on the commercial.
All right.
A film by Michael W. Dean and Nina Badati.
DVD available now at gunsandweed.com or on Amazon. That's gunsandweed.com. Makes the perfect gift. Remember, that's gunsandweed.com.
Now that you've found the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM, you may want to help expose others to our great programs. To assist you in doing so, you'll find resources at promote.lrn.fm, including details on how to get a free bumper sticker, quarter-page flyers you can print out and distribute, banners for your website, as well as files that will allow you to make your own custom banners and graphics. Visit promote.lrn.fm and help bring new listeners to the Liberty Radio Network. That's promote.lrn.fm.
Looking for a great real estate investment? Consider New Hampshire, which is ground zero for the Liberty Movement. Your first call should be to Mark Worden from Porcupine Real Estate. He's more than just a real estate agent. He's your New Hampshire concierge. Where are the best places to live? Do you want farm, city, the burbs, or forest? Do you want a duplex or multifamily building so that renters pay your mortgage? There are homes in all price ranges in New Hampshire, and Mark can help with financing too. Invest in Liberty and property. Mark Worden can help.
PorcupineRealEstate.com.
LRN.FM is proud to announce our official listening apps for Android and iOS devices. Now you can easily tune into our streams anywhere, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just visit apps.lrn.fm or search for LRN.FM in the Android or Apple app stores. Please download, rate us 5 stars, then share the link on your social media and let your friends and family know how you're listening to LRN.FM. Download it now, free at apps.lrn.fm.
Hey guys, Mark Claire here, lionsofliberty.com, where we strive to advance the ideas of liberty daily. We bring you the Morning Roar! That's right, every Monday to Friday we'll have a brand new edition of the Morning Roar, where we provide a roundup of some news stories that you may not find in the mainstream media or even in your typical social media newsfeed. We find stories that relate to the ideas of liberty and provide you with our liberty perspective on them. Every Monday, we have our longest-running feature, Mondays with Murray, named after the great libertarian Murray Rothbard, where we'll examine an article or an excerpt from his works and help convey his view, along with our little spin as well. We wrap it all up every Friday with Felony Friday, where our own John Odermatt goes out and takes a look at some sort of felony. There's felonies committed every day, you know, whether it's a felony committed by the police, a politician, or even an average citizen. You can find all of this and so much more over at lionsofliberty.com, advancing the ideas of liberty daily.
What's up next? Visit the Liberty Radio Network program guide to find out at shows.lrn.fm. That's shows.lrn.fm.
This is Cop Block Radio, and I'm Severin Freeman from Lehigh Valley Cop Block.
You actually are.
I am Matthew Taylor, Harbin County Cop Block.
And I am Paul Gordon. Just go to stateofwake.com and all my stuff is there. See, that's simple. Disassociation Nation and Full Auto. There you go.
Yeah, we got to think of what you consider your main current project to be that we can plug when we go through.
Oh man, I don't even know. I do so many things all the time.
It's hard too because I have to do a show post, and when I say your name, it usually highlights whatever.
You can say just say we're gonna do this. Listen, we're doing live behind-the-scenes action right here as we discuss how Paul Gordon is going to shamelessly plug himself. I'm going to say State of Wake, stateofwake.com, because I plan on making sure that all of my main stuff is there. But if I don't say Disassociation Nation at least once during the show, my co-host Niz will beat me. And
we don't want to get beat by our co-host. I do know.
That is very, very awkward when your co-host beats you, especially when you live in Pennsylvania and he lives in Texas. Very strange. Very strange.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of Texas, I want to actually talk about what?
You're breaking up. Do you hear that, Paul?
Yeah, I do. But the question is, remember last week we heard that and nobody else did?
That's true.
It's only happening for him right now, though.
And it's still happening?
Yeah.
It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. That was Ron Paul, by the way. Thank you.
See, this is exactly why I need that new microphone.
If you're new to the show, that was Ron Paul.
Jump out and jump back in, Matt.
Okay.
We'll just talk.
No, yeah, can we just say...
lost Matt at a crucial moment when
No, you got to say it dramatically. Say, we've lost him. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we've lost Matt.
We have a man down.
Man down! Man down! Do not call the police! Do not resuscitate! Wait, hold on.
Matt's back. Okay.
Not good. I just ordered I gave you a do not resuscitate order. I jumped the gun on
don't
that
do
one.
that.
I jumped the
don't
gun
do
on
that.
I jumped the gun on that one.
Anyways, I wanted to talk about something real quick out of Texas. Do you guys remember, last year, or earlier this year, rather, that Rangers game where the dude was behind the catcher's mound and they caught him on camera? Where it says taxation is theft.
Oh, yes, that guy's awesome.
That circulated the internet like 10 million times.
Right. Well, that's my dude Corey Watkins out of Texas. Now he is one of the guys down there at the Texas Freedom Grounds, and I actually wanted to talk about something that he's got going on right now, which is the anti-establishment.com. Now they turn around, they have some awesome stuff on there, including
I'm going to it right now.
You should, man. They've got some really cool shirts that they're coming out with all the time. Most of them are 100% American-made unless it's stated otherwise, but what's really cool is that you yourself can turn around and be a billboard to change the minds of the sheeple on the streets, which is really cool.
I don't want to misdirect people because I know how much you love the people. Anti-establishment.com takes me to a Nazi porn site.
Oh what? Yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there at all.
Google just flagged us.
Google just flagged us.
We are
shut down. We're getting shut down. They said the P word. Shut it down! Shut it down!
Okay.
So no, what is it? Anti-establishment.org?
It's right on the bottom. It's right on the bottom of my screen. I'm gonna keep it up for the rest of the show. It is establishment.
Because the other ones are just directory pages, which are well, they're as evil as Nazi. I won't say the P word, but they're as evil as Nazi P word. They're as evil as Nazi P word.
But seriously though, dude, you should check this site out.
I have you highlighted right now, Matt, just so everyone can see that link. It's anti-establishment.com.
Aren't you glad I checked? See, aren't you glad I checked? See, that's why you guys pay me the big bucks, and I appreciate it.
I think we pay you in likes on your Facebook page.
You pay me in bits.
We bit the crap out of this guy. Wait, that's horrible.
That did not sound friendly. Okay, so I'm here. American Suppressed instead of American Express. That's pretty cool. No Trust. Oh, these are cool.
Yeah, right. Camera on cops written in what looks like the Coca-Cola font. Like, there's some really cool ones. Always recording.
But I gotta find the black because I only wear and actually I'm wearing from my buddy Bodie. I'm wearing a Bodie shirt right now. It's a taxation shirt. What is it? The Agora thread or something like that.
It's so great to have so many sources to buy.
Isn't it? Oh,
why wear a regular shirt when you can wear a shirt that makes a statement?
And as much as possible, I try to do business with fellow. I search out the anarchists. I try to do business with anarchists. I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but I do.
If you see, I'm sharing this here. There's some really awesome designs on here.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Now, did he come up with this company after the baseball game, or was the baseball game just one of his shirts he just so happened to be wearing?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That's a question I have not asked him. But what's cool is I'm actually probably within this next week, I'm going to sit down with him. I'm going to record a interview, and I'm going to ask him a lot of these questions. Not only about that, not only about the Rangers game, but I'm also going to ask him, about the Texas Freedom Grounds and some of the stuff that they're doing down there. Because he's got a lot of really interesting and cool stories, and not only do I want to learn about it, but I also want to have our viewers learn about it as well. So that's something for the future, everybody out there listening, to look forward to.
The show's called Cop Block Radio.
Yeah, and speaking of which, how much do you guys like to share pictures and enjoy social media? And
I shared a picture of my nipple today.
Did you?
I did. Somebody, a girl posted. She said, "Please send me your." Can I say the B word or not?
Yeah.
Can I say the boob word? The B word? Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say boobs? Please send me your boob picture. So I did. I mean, usually if you ask me something on Facebook and you're nice about it, I'll do it. So I did. So my nipple is out there on Facebook, and I hope that leads into your story. My nipple leads into your story.
No, it doesn't.
You having a hard time with this?
It doesn't help me at
I
all.
tell you what, I'll tag you on the image later because we're Facebook friends. So I'll tag you, so you guys don't miss it.
Well, I wanted to talk about a family photo at a kid's birthday party. It's normal everyday thing. Well, a teacher just so happened to be at this kid's birthday party, and there was numerous people there. Well, long story short, a cop sees this picture as a result of running someone's license plate and says, "That's the girl that was driving," about the teacher. Now,
I heard about this.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, this is not a good story.
Yeah, he issues, without ever going to talk to this person, issues a warrant for her arrest, and she does not hear about it until she gets letters from a lawyer saying that, "Oh, we'll represent you, we'll help you with this case." Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about this story when we come back and the bizarre twists it takes.
Hey, you said twist after I mentioned my nipple. I feel triggered. Just saying.
We'll be right back with more Cop Block Radio.
Are we clear to talk?
Now we are, yes.
I should probably do a hand gesture to ask you that. Yeah, this is a horrible story that you're going to go over. I saw this. I posted this on Anarchy News Watch. That's another thing I'm doing, but I'm keeping it low key. I'm not doing anything with it yet. It's like kind of, I'm seeding stories on the page. I haven't even promoted it yet.
Nice.
So my idea is what you do is you do a bunch of things, and then you find out what works, and then you concentrate on those things. That's the way I do it. And I started a site. It's a automated news aggregation site. After only 9 days, I'm already up to 1,000 visits a day on the site.
Very cool.
Yeah, it is. It is very cool. And I got 80 visits from Google already. So Google likes my news aggregate site, which you're not supposed to do well in Google in news aggregate sites, but I'm bossing it. I just realized you have Harambe behind you, Matt.
Right,
yeah.
with the Cop Radio.
And what's amazing is he's got his own symbol of his own dick out for himself.
Apparently, Carlos just went live on YouTube about what's going on down there. So this story is blowing up right now.
It's amazing to be able to move to a place where other people passionately believe in being free and independent.
What the Free State Project is managing to do, though, is to put their money where their mouth is. It's physically getting up across the country and saying, let's go someplace and let's demonstrate the power of these ideas. There's a lot of kind of philosophy that surrounds liberty. There's a lot of thinking about it and talking about it. But here in New Hampshire, people are doing it.
101 Reasons Liberty Lives in New Hampshire, a documentary by Free State Project Early Movers. Watch it free at 101reasonsfilm.com. 101reasonsfilm.com.
The three most important things you can do for LRN.FM are: 1. Let your friends know you're listening to LRN.FM on your social networking profile. 2. Buy the things you buy online through shop.lrn.fm. 3. Give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm. You likely buy all kinds of things online. Amazon is the largest online retailer. You can get what you need at the same great prices, and LRN gets a cut. Please do your online shopping at shop.lrn.fm.
Are you about to meet the media? If you're about to be interviewed, do their homework for them. Know this about the person who will interview you. He or she is busy, so expect minimal, if any, preparation. He or she doesn't know as much about your topic as you do. He or she isn't as concerned as you are about getting your message out. So you need to take responsibility. Provide a biography and fact sheet, photographs, or other materials that tell your story. Reporters won't be put off if you supply frequently asked questions. Remember, Public Speaking 101, at the end of the speech, what's the one thing you want them to remember? You can download the document I supply to reporters who interview me and squirm through a video that demonstrates how not to conduct your media interview at www.survivalspeech.com. I'm Holland Cook.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.
Hey, guess what?
What's that?
We have a call-in line.
Oh, yeah?
We have a call-in line?
And we're back. So why don't you give us a call at 413-418-2677. That's 413-418-COPS. If you have any opinions on any of the stories that we're talking about, we'd love to hear from you. Or maybe you just have an opinion about cops in general.
Or if you'd like to personally request pictures of my nipple.
Or if you like
That
pictures
too.
of Paul's nipple.
You got to call in for that.
Well, before we cut out, we were talking about the teacher, and this is a story right from home, Matt. This is actually out of the Skipback, Pennsylvania State Police Barracks.
That's what, East Greenville area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't surprise me if this story comes out of Pennsylvania at all, because we've had so many run-ins with this Mickey Mouse State Police Department throughout this entire state that it just does not surprise me that they would much rather go on Facebook and look at something, not actually do a real investigation, and attempt to destroy someone's life.
this is so bizarre to me. This guy's a rookie. He was looking to get ahead. He just started at the beginning of this year. He gets called for a shoplifting call at a Walmart, and the guy drove away, and they have his license plate on camera. So they ran his plate, they pulled up his Facebook profile, and just by a picture from a birthday party that they just so happened to be at together, the cop said, that must be the woman that was driving.
Yep.
Wow, genius science. That's science. That's cop science, which is kind of an
When everything's all
oxymoron.
said and done, this woman's reputation is tarnished. Her record comes up as something that it shouldn't have.
It goes beyond that, though.
They dropped the charges against her, but they promised her an apology, and they never even called and gave her apology.
Well, here's the problem, okay? Because I actually, my ex-wife was a teacher in this state, and one of the things that the unions are really, really adamant about is, while you're under contract, you can't, get any sort of charges that are along the lines of like this. You can get speeding tickets, you can get, traffic violations, but when it comes down to an actual charge that stems and has, a possible arrest on it, they can null and void your contract. You lose your job, and you're blacklisted from working in this state as a teacher. And that's what they just risked her at because this rookie decided not to do an investigation. And I'm really glad I called them a Mickey Mouse bunch, considering this dude's, so wet under the nose that he, has no idea how to still do his job. And, earlier this year, we did a story about all these fantastic state troopers that came out of the academy this year.
I hope I'm sensing sarcasm, right?
And how they had just the best training in the world and passed all their classes and stuff like that without, cheating their faces off. So it doesn't surprise me that, standard procedure isn't really something that was ingrained into any of these new troopers.
We did discuss a story about an entire class of Pennsylvania State Troopers that was caught cheating.
Mm-hmm.
That's the follow through right there. That's.
Yep.
I remember that. That was several months back.
So shortly after the big announcement, you know what? I remember that story actually.
Yeah.
I remember that story.
State Police, the department that just keeps on giving with their stories.
They really do.
I'm just wondering, what do they teach them in those classes? Are they teaching them forensic science? Or are they teaching them how to target an easy mark when your quota, when you haven't met your quota and you're near the end of the month?
Well,
what neighborhoods to go to?
When they falsely arrested us, the thing that we have a lawsuit against them for, they were like trying to convince us how much of heroes they were and telling us like war stories and stuff about like all the good deeds they've ever done. So they fancy themselves heroes and top of the line and best of the best. They are the Pennsylvania State Police.
Yeah, do you remember?
They're a class of their own.
Yeah, you remember when you pulled over that guy that was going 5 miles over the speed limit, and
you saved so many lives.
And then you planted drugs in his car. Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome, bro. Hey, I got a question for you guys. Do you want to know why cops love donuts so much?
I love donuts. What does that make me?
It's because it looks like they got shot, especially the chocolate ones.
Oh,
sorry. That was
that
bad joke.
That is inappropriate. Inappropriate.
That was lame.
It was so bad.
Inappropriate. You've still been flagged by Google, so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's
one
our
second.
It was
that's our second flag. That's our second flag.
Hey, well, since we're talking local stories, we got a few minutes till we cut to the next commercial break. How about an update on the national story that came right out of Catasauqua?
Oh, lovely Catasauqua.
Yeah.
Caddy. Out of Caddy. What's up in Caddy?
But you remember this case, Paul? I don't think we knew each other around this, but Justice for Sugar. You remember the cat that got killed?
No.
Oh man, there was an uproar. The city council was so packed with protesters that they had to make people wait outside.
Justice for Sugar didn't happen.
No, not at all. You know why? Because the cop was like, "Listen, it was coming right for me."
Dude, the cat had it coming. Dude was pulling a gun. That cat was pulling a gun.
Well, first of all, the DA waited until after the election to announce that he was not going to charge the cop.
Oh, after the election.
It was just pure double standard hypocrisy at its best. Listening to this DA blame the victims for letting their cat outside. Like the rational conclusion of your cat getting outside isn't that it might get hit by a car. No, somebody might shoot it. That's what
we're going to shoot it.
Somebody's going to shoot it. Like,
well, I mean, right. Listen.
Anyway, hold on. I want to get to this quick before we.
Okay, go ahead.
He decided not to press any criminal charges, which had the entire community outraged. So the guy ended up just getting a summary citation, the equivalent of a jaywalking ticket, for animal cruelty because of a technicality that he should have had more than one person consult to decide to put an animal down. That was a technicality in the law that they got him with. So they charged him with this. Of course.
So you're telling me the only thing that he had to do to skirt all charges is just be like, "Yo, Gary, should I shoot this cat?"
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
There you go. Cool.
That's it. He needed a second person's opinion. That's how the law was read.
Well, they're all kind of psychopaths. Maybe he did get a second opinion. It was all up here.
Yeah,
in the hat rack.
just recently we had more news break on this, that not only did he plead not guilty, he walked in with a high-priced union lawyer and all of the brass,
Paid for by American tax dollars.
all the high-ups in their uniforms walking behind him to guide the way into the courtroom, where he did not even need to testify. 2 hours of witnesses testifying against him, and guess what? Not guilty, guys. He beat it.
Surprise.
Not even a fine.
Listen. All I'm going to say is if the justice system is going to let people, or police officers shoot and kill humans, they're definitely not going to give 2 shakes of a leg about an animal.
Whoa.
But the animals.
Animals get it out. Animals get it out. Oh, that's
animals.
We're back to the Harambe story, but that's another narrative. That's another narrative. I know from running different news outlets, animals get the draw. You could leave a baby in the middle of the woods and it'll die and it'll get some sort of attention, but leave a puppy in the middle of the woods and let it die, dude, that county's gonna go nuts.
It's disgusting, but it's the truth. I have not seen that many people rally and protest over any of the police brutality or corruption in our area. But when a kitty cat got killed, people came in from other states to that meeting. There were serious issues. Like, the entire council was backed up to the point where they had to say, okay, we're going to take like 10 more complaints and then we got to move on. They made people wait outside. It was unbelievable how many people showed up. They had 100,000 signatures. They only needed 10 to force the DA to do something. Nothing.
100,000 signatures.
Doesn't matter.
Did
We're
not all come from this area.
But even with
no, it's because it was nationwide outcry. You know what? And that's still too. Not that I ever really think that it's justified for these cops to be shooting people's animals, but people are kind of get a little upset about a dog because at the end of the day they can go, well, that dog could actually cause some sort of physical harm. Whether it was a nice dog, not a nice dog, people look at it, go, it's a dog, it could bite you, it could hurt you. But when you look at a cat, this 8-pound little animal that honestly will stand on the other side of the room and stare at you like it wants you to die, but will honestly just rub up against your leg, and that's probably about as vicious as this animal gets. Yeah, that's what's going to really upset people. That's what's going to set them off, and that's why they got 100,000 signatures, because it was a cat. What danger does a cat pose to a person?
Cats are jerks. Cats will kill you in your sleep.
They are jerks. Cats are jerks, but they're not deadly, and that's the point. I mean,
they'll kill you. They'll kill you in your sleep.
Guys, I'm gonna play the commercials. All right.
Oh, I didn't realize we were there. Where was our TikTok?
Because I said we're cutting out.
Oh, I was just talking.
I thought you knew. I thought you were.
I actually caught him this time. Yes, you pulled a Paul. Good job, man. Good job.
At the Rebel Love Show.
We're just trying to spread the love
of the liberated world.
Yes.
Did you know you can get news updates about what's happening with the Liberty Radio Network delivered in the way you prefer? You can sign up for our email updates at updates.lrn.fm. Plus, you can stay in the loop by joining our Facebook profile at facebook.lrn.fm or follow us at Twitter at twitter.lrn.fm. It's all free, so sign up now at updates.lrn.fm for news updates delivered to your email box, facebook.lrn.fm to follow our Facebook page, and twitter.lrn.fm to receive our tweets.
Arcade City is a ride-sharing app built by drivers, not a mega corporation. As a driver with Arcade City, you can keep all of what you earn. Sign up now to drive for or ride with Arcade City at arcade.freetalklive.com. Arcade City is connecting drivers directly with riders and has been making headlines for disrupting the ride-sharing industry. Sign up now at arcade.freetalklive.com. That's arcade.freetalklive.com.
Imagine someone in your community getting in their car, turning on the radio, and hearing the Liberty Radio Network. You can make that vision a reality with your own micro radio station. Visit broadcast.lrn.fm to learn how you can put our programs on the air in your area. You can have LRN.FM running around the clock, and you can even add in your own local shows. Building a radio station is simple, but programming isn't. That's where LRN.FM comes in. Learn more at broadcast.lrn.fm. That's broadcast.lrn.fm.
I've been told no in many different ways.
I give you an order and you're going to obey it.
George, you can go this way.
You can do that and you have to leave here.
You cannot reply to the route.
Well, I'm comfortable here, actually. Whoa. Hey, who do you think? Excuse me.
There's no video, audio,
No, I have work today. This is you ain't gonna make. Now, wait a minute.
You got it right.
Whoa! Hey! Oh my God! Unbelievable! Because you scared me. What am I being paid for?
You're being served.
What is this?
You're being served.
Bureaucrats have a funny way of telling people no.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
Derek J's Victimless Crime Spree. Watch it for free and order the Director's Cut DVD at victimlesscrimespree.com.
We are there with you live this morning.
You're listening to the best Liberty-oriented audio streamed around the clock, on the air, and online. This is the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
Uh-oh, I hear silence. Silence is deadly.
Silence is deadly.
Silence is deadly when you're on the
This is Cop
radio.
Block Radio. This is
You
Severin
got-
Freeman.
This is Matthew Taylor.
This is I Am the Bouncy. That is my stage name now. I'm actually going to get it legally changed in a couple of months.
Is God.
Oh gosh.
God's very angry.
God, can you see into bedrooms when I'm in my bedroom and nobody else is around?
God does not answer such questions.
Oh, good. I'm hoping the answer is no.
God
Only because I'm listening to ABBA songs and I'm a little embarrassed. I don't know what you guys were thinking. That's where I listen to my ABBA.
God
Nothing wrong with that.
Himself and found himself to be not guilty of any wrong.
Not guilty. Yeah, I do that too. I've been doing that, and I've been, I give myself a fair trial, and every single time so far, I'm not saying that it won't change, but so far, every single time I've ever investigated myself, Why
does
myself
forsake me?
I've either found myself not guilty, or maybe a little guilty, but there were mitigating circumstances that I'm going to let you slide this time.
The copsucker has forsaken me.
Yeah. Okay.
He has raised a false idol called the police officer.
And my flags, my police officers and my flags, and now they got their own flags, so they're like their own country now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're actually doing that.
The flag with the blue stripe, they're like their own country now.
They're
the nation of cop.
We talked about it a little bit on this show that our local police were doing a thin blue line in front of their stations in the middle of the road. And I saw Brett Sanders actually posted it that it was happening in Texas too. This is across the country. They're gang symboling. They're marking their territory. This is the next stage for an invasion. They're marking their territory now.
Yeah, Severin and I live in the same city, which is, I can't believe the city can handle two of us, but it can. It manages. And in this region, in Northampton Township, there in front of Northampton Township, they got that halo going on top there. There's a halo over your head. It's pretty sweet. Don't you see it? There's a freaking halo on your head.
What? God really is here, I guess.
You're like when Harambe died, his perfect body was Matt's body. That's actually what Matt is now, the angelic personification of Harambe. So should we just whip him out now or what?
I mean,
for Harambe. So it's for Harambe.
Well, with them putting these thin blue lines up everywhere, I think it's awesome when an activist or anybody decides to just mess with them back a little bit. Yeah. Take it within the law. Don't go outside the law. Don't do anything stupid. But let them know that they're just being childish assholes. Sorry. See,
Oh, look what you did.
Yeah, that's our third flag.
I did it.
What happens with the third Google flag? Does the Google God come down upon us?
It wasn't me.
No, but I can.
Are my websites going to take a tumble in Google search now because of this show?
I don't know.
I hope not.
I made the censors angry.
This show is bad SEO, man.
See, it doesn't really matter because we already have the explicit content label, but I'm trying to get that label pulled so more people will hear us, and it's really hard because we have gutter mouths on the show.
Not me. Not
you.
You know what?
You're
Even
perfect.
though on the street I might use profanity like it's commas, I think if I can do it, Severin, you can definitely do it. So not.
Well, all right. Well, check this out. Here's a funny story. Brett Sanders actually has something happening in his local town.
Yeah, this is awesome. I love this video. I was doing, when you do those corny little fist pumps at the end of the Rocky movies, you're like, yeah, Rocky, get him, I don't know if you do. I do that, but that's what I was doing when I was watching this video.
Montage. I only interact with the montage.
It's really all about the montage. If they could just show the montages. Well, okay, whatever. Sorry, I get all rockied out.
I don't think that was the theme.
Whatever. No. You know what that was?
Creative Commons.
I was mixing. What is it? HBO. I think it's HBO or Showtime or one of those. Their boxing music. That's what that was. Well, I won't do it again because we don't want to get because they don't believe in the BIPCOT no gov license. We do. Yeah. They don't. But anyway, back to Brett Sanders. They're distracting us.
He saw on his local news that the police were doing a sting operation at the schools to nail the kids that were on their cell phones leaving the school, and to nail all the parents and anybody else.
Nail kids. There's a lot of verbiage in this one.
All kinds of flagging and alerts going on there.
Anyway.
You might want to bring the God voice back about right now, and have a conversation with the God voice right now. Quick intervention.
I think it's
okay. Okay. Anyway.
Sorry.
You did this time.
They had an operation going on, and they decided that they were going to get everybody in the area that was on a cell phone and ticket them. Needless, stupid revenue generation. I mean, to me, you got to punish the action. You got to punish the outcome, not what you think could happen possibly. That's just. Why would you use your imagination to try to punish somebody? Like, they didn't do the thing that you want to go after them for, but because they might have one time, you can ticket somebody for being on a cell phone or for texting or these kind of things. So Brett Sanders decided he'd get a fake cell phone and write on the inside, I think he wrote taxation is theft, actually.
No. He wrote on the other. He wrote an expletive, your law, and I can't repeat that.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
He wrote an expletive. He wrote expletive, your law.
And needless to say, he gets stopped. It's all on video. You can go to copblock.org and watch this video.
It's a great video. He did a great
video. The cop comes up and thinks he's got a good bust going, and Brett Sanders.
It's like, money, I love money. Oh man. And then there's the best part of the story. Remember the best part?
The next day.
The next day. Then the next day.
Oh yeah, it doesn't end here. The very next day, Brett Sanders went back to the same spot, and the exact same cop fell for the exact same thing again and stopped.
Just checking to see if you're. Oh, okay. Oh, expletive. Oh, thank you. And then he trundled off.
Next, he needs to bake a cookie that looks like a cell phone and hold that up. And just be like,
I've seen people do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't.
Want a cookie?
Well, he'll take it. He'll totally take it. But this is
donut flavored.
It's donut flavored cookie. Donut flavored cookie. Well, these laws. This isn't about preventing anything or getting people to, because if you're the kind of person that's going to be on your cell phone when you're driving, you're going to be on your cell phone when you're driving. And maybe you, when you're in an area where you think cops might see you, then you kind of chill it a little. You put it on speaker or whatever. But you're not going to stop using your phone when you're driving. None of us really, I mean, when I drive, I make sure that when I drive that I have 4 Facebook chats open at all times for the entertainment, for the ET as I'm driving, or the EV as I'm driving, the entertainment value. You need it. These are the way our minds think. But this isn't at all about safety. This is, I imagine that there are bean counters that are looking at the town revenue, and they're thinking to themselves, if I could be a fly on the wall, they're thinking to themselves, what can we do in the name of safety that will generate more revenue? And that's all this is. And they're going to hit up kids, and the parents of the kids are most likely the ones that are going to have to pay for these fines. And the parents will pay the fines because they want their kids to, oh, Johnny, oh, please don't put a strike on Johnny's record. We'll pay this right away. I don't know if they use that voice. He's that good, Kenny. Just a little misunderstood.
Bad audio, Matt. Oh,
yeah, bad audio. Bad audio.
It's on its way. It's the last time.
Stop it.
Actually, you know what he sounds like right now? He sounds like a dialect right now.
Exterminate! No, that's exactly.
Exterminate! We are the superior race.
That's exactly what he sounded like.
I just realized dialects are actually alt-right. I just now realized.
I would appreciate that reference, and he just missed it.
Clear. I'm back.
Your audio sounded.
You missed it. You missed it, man.
Sounded like was a dialect.
The dialects from Doctor Who.
Oh, you mean Doctor Who?
Yeah, and they say, we are the superior race. Exterminate. And I
exterminate.
I just realized first off, they're all Trump voters, and they're all alt-right. That's how you defeat the Daleks. You get them to vote for. You get them to waste their vote on Trump. It's better for them to waste. Now, this is a time when you do want people to vote. You'd rather have the Daleks vote than to do what they normally do. They're usually going to kill you. Voting is better. Voting is definitely better.
Well, I guess the Daleks are kind of like universal cops, but not really.
Oh,
this is Cop Block Radio, and we are cutting to a commercial break.
We'll see you on the other side.
We'll be back with more Cop Block Radio.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Woo.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Woo.
Oh, wait, we weren't on break?
No, now we're out.
We were just making sounds. We were making sounds because we thought we were gone.
We have a long commercial break, so if you have to use a bathroom or anything like that, this is our long one.
I have to masturbate. Is that a problem? Anybody? I'm just kidding.
As long as you keep the camera on.
Oh yes, Oh wow, that is not an answer I expected to hear at this present moment in time. That altered my reality slightly.
GMO-free, super nutritious food with no chemical preservatives. And with a 25-year shelf life, you can't beat the feeling of being food secure when you need it most. Go to foodforliberty.com right now for great tasting, high-quality, storable foods from New Manna. Buy 2 family packs and get the Pro-Cure water pitcher free. It makes good sense to be prepared. Get it at foodforliberty.com.
The 3 most important things you can do for LRN.FM are 1. Let your friends know you're listening to LRN.FM on your social networking profile. 2. Buy the things you buy online through shop.lrn.fm. 3. Give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm. It's my firm belief that the AMP program is the best use of your charitable dollar among liberty-oriented groups. Support all your favorite organizations, but make sure you give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm. I love My Magic Mud. I drink a lot of coffee. I had stains on my teeth. Then I found My Magic Mud, and I was told it would remove stains. So I paid attention when I brushed the first time. My Magic Mud is black tooth powder, and the difference it made in my teeth in 1 application was noticeable. With 4, my teeth were as white as you normal folks out there. Please go to mymagicmud.com and buy a jar. There's 150 applications for $25. You can use Bitcoin, mymagicmud.com.
More Cop Block Radio is coming up next, live after the news on the Liberty Radio Network, LRN.FM.
From Keene, the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, August 24th, 2016. Silver is trading at $18.91 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,338 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $587. Antiwar.com reports, repeatedly demanded by Turkey for a solid month, the U.S. has finally confirmed a formal request for the extradition of exiled cleric Fethullah Gulen, but they say the request had nothing to do with Turkey's month of repeated claims that he was the ringleader in the failed July military coup. That does not clarify things a lot, since Gulen has been blamed for materially everything that's gone wrong in Turkey since he split with the ruling party, and the State Department statements did not shed any additional light, saying only it is obviously related to other reasons for which they want him extradited for. Previous indications were that Turkey sent a substantial series of documents in seeking Gulen, but that it had included no evidence of his involvement in the coup. Despite this, Turkish officials have repeatedly and publicly insisted they wanted him extradited because of the coup. The U.S. Justice Department sent agents to Turkey earlier this week to gather their own evidence related to the potential extradition of Gulen. This has led to the assumption that the U.S. extradition would be largely based on what they are able to dig up on Gulen and not Turkey's own allegations. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports a federal appeals court on Tuesday said police officers cannot stop and search vehicles belonging to out-of-state motorists simply because of where they reside, including states where cannabis is legal. By a 2-to-1 vote, the 10th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Denver said 2 Kansas Highway Patrol officers violated the constitutional rights of Colorado motorist Peter Vasquez in December 2011 by pulling him over and searching his car after he had been driving alone at night on Interstate 70. The officers relied heavily on the residency of Vasquez to justify the search, which uncovered nothing illegal, saying Colorado was a known drug source where cannabis is legal. But the court said that would justify searching motors from the 25 U.S. states that permit cannabis for medical use and the 4 states, including Colorado, plus Washington, D.C., where recreational use is allowed. Circuit Judge Carlos Lucero wrote, "It is time to abandon the pretense that state citizenship is a permissible basis upon which to justify the detention and search of out-of-state motorists, and time to stop the practice of detention of motorists for nothing more than an out-of-state license plate." The decision revived the civil lawsuit by Vasquez, who is seeking damages from officers Richard Jimerson and Dax Lewis for violating his Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches. A lower court judge had dismissed the case in 2014. The Chief Justice of the 10th Circuit Court dissented, saying the case was a close call, but that a reasonable officer might have thought Vasquez's travel plan suspicious and the search acceptable. Jennifer Rapp, a spokeswoman for the Kansas Attorney General Derek Schmidt, said he intends to ask the entire appeals court to review the panel's decision. If you're fed up with the government running every aspect of your life, but you're not listening to the Lava Flow podcast yet, what's wrong with you? Go right now to thelavaflow.com/listen. The Lava Flow podcast, channeling the flow of information to the libertarian, anarcho-capitalist, voluntarist, and agorist community. Subscribe today using any podcatcher at thelavaflow.com/listen, or just go back to sucking up to the government. The Lava Flow podcast, striking the root every episode. Reuters reports a U.S. Labor Board decided Tuesday that student assistants at private colleges and universities are considered employees of the school, which means they have the right to unionize if they wish. The National Labor Relations Board voted 3-1 in a case involving assistants at Columbia University in New York City who petitioned to join a labor union nearly 2 years ago. In its decision, the panel effectively acknowledged that graduate assistants are covered under federal labor law because there is no clear language in the National Labor Relations Act that prevents their right to unionize. The ruling reverses a 2004 decision involving Brown University that the National Labor Relations Board said deprived an entire category of workers of the protections of the Act without a convincing jurisdiction. The decision remands the matter to the board's Manhattan office for further review. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.
Hailing it as the industry's most innovative product to date, global cosmetics brand Maybelline released its long-awaited Ideal Woman Rubber Mask this week, a thick latex facial covering worn over the head in lieu of makeup.
By simply yanking it over your face, you can instantly achieve a fresh look that conforms to Western ideals of beauty. Essentially, you can just roll out of bed, stretch the latex urethane rubber beauty mask over your natural face, and boom, you're ready to start your day. Forget concealer, powder, blush, or mascara. Now you can achieve a look that adheres to the conventional standard of feminine perfection in seconds.
It's incredible. You immediately see the difference. The very first time I tried it on, my pores were minimized, my skin tone was more even, and all of the idiosyncratic little wrinkles, physical imperfections, and tiny irregularities that make my face unique were erased.
I don't spend a lot of time on makeup anyway, but now all I need to do is yank this thing over my head, and that's it. I'm conventionally attractive. I mean, this gives me so much more time to find an outfit that makes my body look thin and socially acceptable.
This is the Onion News Network.
And this is Cop Block Radio.
You got back just in time. That was nice.
I was here the whole time.
No, okay. Okay.
You just did not know.
I have cameras set up in your house. I know things. Wait, did I say that out loud?
Government.
I did not say that out loud.
Matt, you're going back at it again with the crumbling voice.
Yeah, Matt. The dialects are back. So he's out again.
I think that's an internet connection issue. That doesn't seem like a mic issue that would keep doing that.
Yeah, he's got poor interwebs. He's in Carbon County, so that's...
Yeah, but he's supposed to have he has like the fastest speed possible.
He's in freaking but he's in Carbon County.
And a good computer. So obviously, what I plan on doing the second this show is over is calling this service, and for the 4th week in a row, ripping them a brand new keister, because I can't even tell you how much this aggravates me. If I pay as much as I pay for my internet, it should not have problems like
does it do it to you too while you're watching like a TV show or something? Does it get chopped in the middle?
Never.
Really? It's
nope.
It's just a hangout thing. Nice. Well,
it's gotta be.
It's because it's Cop Block Radio, so there has to be some kind of...
It's trying to block Cop Block.
Yeah.
That is inappropriate. That is, if you're blocking a blocker, what does that make you? Is there got to be a word for a block blocker?
A sucker?
For being a block blocker.
I sent Paul a message on the side, but I don't.
I didn't see it.
I sees it.
See,
I didn't see it, man.
I was here. I don't know where everybody else.
No, I'm not okay bringing.
What were you guys?
Are we doing a radio show? You didn't tell me we were. I thought we were just
hanging
out.
Yeah, man. I don't know where you were.
Holy patoli! I was gonna say another word, but that would be our 4th Google strike, and I don't. I'm already gonna suffer an SEO hit from this show. I don't need any more. So we're talking about the flood story, and I don't have the flood story up in front of me because I didn't see your notes. But this is. Actually, I covered this with my friend Dimitri on Full Auto. That's fullautoshow.com. I'm not pimping. We were talking about how this is spontaneous order happened with the Cajun Navy, that they came out of nowhere to rescue people. And we covered part of the story, but now there's more to the story. So the first part of the story that we covered, the bad part of the story, was when the government sees that you're doing something that they're supposed to be doing, and even if they're not doing it, they're going to stop you from doing what they're not doing, but they should be doing, even though they're not doing it. And so they proposed
that 3 times fast.
I think everybody gets it. Everybody who's woke up gets it. They are talking about passing legislation to get people to have to regulate, to be regulated, to get their licensing to rescue people. That's right.
To rescue people.
Licensing to rescue people. And now
license for everything else. Why not a rescue license?
And now they're taking action. The government is taking action. They're not sending out police to rescue people. They're sending out police to stop people from rescuing people.
This isn't new though. This really isn't new. I heard about cases where they can go after doctors if doctors lose their license to practice medicine, and they choose to like rescue somebody on the subway. they can go after that doctor for practicing medicine without a license.
No,
See,
I've got an even closer to home story. You know, remember
Wait,
when,
we're not done with Cajun, or we're okay. This is related. This better be
Yeah.
related.
This
or
is very related.
I will come to your house and I will steal that
Fight
monkey
me!
banana. Fight me! I will take
Okay.
your monkey banana poster if it's not.
So, anyways, back when Hurricane Katrina went down, we had some flooding, down. And I lived in Bethlehem at this point, and we had some flooding that was happening actually outside of a town that's pretty close to us called Coopersburg. Well, the rain was so bad that, unfortunately my sister did not realize it and drove her car directly into it. Now, she made her way a good way in, and actually we lost the car, but she got out and was attempting to get, back to safety when she started to lose her footing. 2 people got out of their truck and were attempting to go in and try to help her, and actually had a state trooper draw a weapon on them, telling them that they could not go into the water to help my sister. Now, luckily, she made her way back to shore, but they had weapons drawn on them because they were trying to help their fellow man. Not only is that messed up that they had a weapon drawn on them, but it's also messed up that the cop decided that it was more important to draw a weapon on them from stopping somebody from being saved than getting his own butt wet and going in and trying to rescue my sister. She could have died because it was more important for him to tell them, no, you can't do that, than to actually go, hey guys, let's go save her.
Sir, do not enter that water. It is very unsafe for you to enter that water. Sir, you will be putting your life in danger. Sir, if you go into that water and put your life in danger, I will effing kill you. Oh wait, that's the story. That's what's going on here.
It's kind of speechless, the logic behind that. Like it's not even a criminal trying to run away.
But that is exactly what it is when you boil it down. And I think a part of it is, we're not able to rescue these people, and that's like our thing. That's like what the minarchists say. Without the minarchists, we'll be Somalia, even though Somalia is competing governments. But hey, I want to go down that line. We don't want to have chaos. We don't want everybody to die and nobody to be helped. If a bunch of people do this voluntarily without our help, we're going to look like total boneheads. It is better for one person to die, or 20, or 1,000, whatever, than us to look like idiots.
Especially when you got, a situation like Louisiana is experiencing, where the majority of the people who are rescued were by other civilians and not by, police or rescue services. So of course, yeah, they're
the Cajun Navy bringing it, raising.
They're like, oh God, we can't have this. We can't do this. If we don't save more, we're gonna look incompetent. And if we look incompetent, God help us. So instead of actually saving people, let's just put other people in cages. Let's also hope that the flooding doesn't get to those cages. So then we have to, go rescue them too.
There's another element to this story,
Oh no.
God is back. God, I want you to hear this, because this is what the Louisiana police are going to have to go out and enforce. And I'm looking, dude, I've been waiting for lightning bolts for a long time. I'm thinking I got some lightning bolt quality news for you. It gets better, because what's going on down there in Louisiana with all these flooded areas, all the people that want to rebuild their property, now they have to get permits to rebuild their property. Not only do they have to get permits to rebuild their property, in some cases they have to go to some sort of government little EPA thing and make sure that they can rebuild what was there, because it might be there might be I get cheers on this show. That's why I love this show. There might be some three-headed frog, last remaining three-headed frog that they must protect. And it's like an opportunity for them to seize land, to seize property, to raise revenue, because the government, the state, is a coercive enterprise. It is a business. It is a business.
Well, hang on one second here. It's
nothing personal. It's just business.
Every one of those permits that they want people to file costs money.
Oh yes, $200, $500, all of it, just to file.
So it's just the government's way of saying, well, yeah, you can rebuild your stuff, but we want our cut. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I know you had it there before, but
name anything in our country. Name any activity.
Hold on. You just committed an egregious error there.
What's that?
You just said a word there. You said our.
Our country. Okay.
You're a terrible human being.
Name anything within the government's control that doesn't cost money.
Within the borders that this coercive enterprise arbitrarily controls.
And don't even say roads. If somebody says roads, I'm smacking them across the internet.
Well, I'm going to pitch. You should go to Disassociation Nation, fprnradio.com/disassociation-nation, and listen to our last podcast because we actually debate my roads. We settle the argument, awesome. So you got to listen to that, Severn. Oh,
check that out there in the commercial break. We're going to be right back.
And let me. Do I have 1 second here to introduce that you guys are going to be on Disassociation Nation next week? Severn and Matt will be on my show, me and Niz's show, and we will control them like little puppets.
And I'll have good audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt will have his microphone by then, hopefully.
No, it's guaranteed to be here by Friday. Amazon Prime.
Did I get that in before the break?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
I squeezed that baby out.
Hey, when we come back from commercial break, I have a question for Severin.
Okay.
Or visit us online at rrbi.co.
Free Press Publications is an independent, alternative media and publishing company founded in June 2009 with the mission of ensuring a free press for the freedom movement and is committed to spreading the message of peace, freedom, love, and liberty. FPP also gives new authors an avenue for publishing freedom-oriented material. FPP brings you daily news and commentary on the website, fpp.cc, as well as a daily 5-minute newscast, FPP Radio News, and weekly news, views, and commentary in the FPP Freedom Minute and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio at fppradio.com, and the monthly newspaper, FPP News, at news.fpp.cc. Find FPP online at fpp.cc. That's fpp.cc, as in Creative Commons.
For years, LRN.FM has had a listen line that you can call and listen to LRN.FM anytime. Now we're taking the idea to a new level with the LRN.FM audio on-demand line. You can call 641-793-9660 anytime and listen to LRN.FM's live feed, and you can listen to a bunch of our original shows on demand. Long-distance fees may apply. Just dial 641-793-9660 and choose from the menu. 641-793-9660. Ross Ulbricht was convicted in early 2015 of running the infamous Silk Road Underground Market. The Silk Road was a gift to humanity and helped reduce the harms brought on by drug prohibition. For this good deed, Ross has been sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Now, an appeal is Ross's only chance, and he needs your support. Please visit freeross.org, where you can contribute via various methods, including Bitcoin. Visit freeross.org. That's freeross.org. DVD, books, music, instruments, periodicals, computers, software, electronics, photo, cell phone, office products, home and garden, bed and bath, furniture, kitchen, pet supplies, automotive, hardware, apparel, shoes, jewelry, grocery, healthcare, sports and outdoors, toys, games, used, and more. It's a department store at your fingertips. Shop.lrn.fm. Get all your shopping done, get a great deal, and a portion of your purchase goes to benefit the Liberty Radio Network when you shop at Amazon via shop.lrn.fm. On Free Talk Live, we're bringing people to the ideas of liberty every day. From wrestling superstars like Glenn Jacobs.
You guys really are having an impact, I believe. Like I said, a lot of where I am now is due to listening to Free Talk Live. You changed my mind on some very important issues years ago.
To random people tuning in on the radio.
I was kind of stuck in the left-right paradigm. I heard your show by chance on Saturday night. From there, I went on doing the Free State Project and become an amplifier. So, I mean, that's really the reason why I amp is because I know that if it wasn't for you guys being on as many stations as you are, I never would have found the ideas of liberty.
Your amp will directly change more lives by getting Free Talk Live in front of people looking for talk radio online and on the air. When you AMP Free Talk Live, you get perks like access to the AMP-only Facebook group and AMP podcast. Visit amp.freetalklive.com.
While our satellite channel is free to listen to, it's not free for us. You can help us cover our satellite costs with the chip-in on the right side of the page at lrn.fm.
We exist
We're
in time and
back.
space.
So before we went on commercial break, or actually right after we went on commercial break, I said that I had a question for Severin.
I'm
Now-
dying to hear it.
Now, okay, we skipped a part of this show that we normally start off with, which was, did you have police interaction? Now, Monday night around, I would say, is midnight. My phone goes off for a live stream, and I see Ricardo Gonzalez of Allentown Cop Block, and I have Severin, and they're outside of an Allentown police station, actually on 10th Street, and they're live streaming. And the cops were taking such interest that they happened to come out and stand on the roof. Hilarious. But moving on from that, they get another call that happens to be about a guy breaking into cars and actually catch that on live stream as well. Props. But that's not where my question comes in. My question comes in, did you guys receive any hate that night? Because from what a little birdie tells me, the cop block mobile got hit with an egg while you guys were out. Why don't you tell me about that?
You got egged?
No, it wasn't even like that. I went back and looked at the scene where the egg was launched, and it was some kids. And there's no way in the world. It was a dark night. We were traveling down the road.
So it was blockers?
I wanted to think at first it was somebody targeting us, but it was actually just kids throwing eggs from the housing neighborhood that's right there.
That would have been a much better story, seriously.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did stop the car, and I wanted to go back and confront, and then I went back the next day because my kid's daycare is right there.
Those confangled kids!
And I
with their newfangled eggs!
I had it on dash cam, so I was able to pinpoint exactly where they would have been standing to have thrown that, and I got pretty accurate where they were, but it's an opening in between the houses. So my guess is somebody ran up, threw the egg, and ran away before we even stopped the car. I mean, I did stupid stuff as a kid.
Gary,
I don't think I ever really threw eggs.
Hey, Gary, I dare you to throw this egg at the next car that comes by. Do it, Gary. Come on, Gary, let's do it.
That's exactly that's exactly what happened. So this could have been a story of martyrdom and you braving the hostility of the community, trying to block the blocker, but instead it was Gary. It was freaking Gary.
You had an embryo in an egg thrown at you. You had a life. You had an edible life thrown at you. That could have been so much better.
That was like a chicken abortion. That's terrible. You were part of a chicken abortion. How do you feel about that? Where's the God voice when you need him?
That egg could have been on my plate, but now it's on your car.
You know what? That's a food abortion. That's
eggs are not abortion. Eggs are delicious.
God has spoken. It's okay. It's okay.
Eggs are food, not friends.
We've lost the Bible Belt part of the country again.
Like just when we got one back, they're like, oh. Again?
Yeah, he wandered back in. He's like, oh, you could be. Oh, they're making fun of things again. They're making fun of the God voice is back.
This was a one-time off. Oh, they did it again. I'm offended.
I'm offended. Aren't you doing something, Matt, with offendedness, or am I mixing people? Something with PC stuff, or
oh yeah, earlier today I was having a conversation with a friend of mine named Sam out of Chicago, Illinois.
Horrible human being, obviously, if he's not pro PC. But anyway, go ahead.
But anyways, him and I were kind of talking about maybe starting up a project of just putting PC to the wayside and calling everybody out and telling them exactly who they are. And I think our first show, if we were to go ahead and do this, would be to tackle the millennials and their safe spaces and all that good happy jargon. But honestly, this is a show that does not really allow me to speak exactly how I want to.
Are
on
you
this
saying
topic.
are you saying that you're shackled? Are you imprisoned? Are you being blocked right now?
Listen,
On cop block?
I have to use real commas. I can't use my normal ones, so.
You can't use your Oxford. I always use Oxford commas, so it's always good. But
Yeah,
Oxford commas.
I use safe commas.
Oxford
what I
commas. Yeah, Oxford commas. They denote white privilege, and I'll take it. I'll take all the white privilege I can take. Seriously.
Oh man, getting us off that topic.
If I could take your white privilege, I
I've
would
spent
take
the
it.
entire week being hated by everyone because I don't think it's appropriate to scream Black Lives Matter when everyone's being killed.
Yeah, so that's something that we haven't actually talked about a little bit. So we here at Cop Block Radio have gotten a little bit of backlash for the segment we did last week on Black Lives Matter. Apparently, we knew everybody wasn't going to agree with our.
Well, hang
mindset
on. We're getting a call from Carlos Miller.
Oh.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? This is Carlos.
Hey, hang on 1 second. Let me put you on the air. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? It's great to hear from you. This is Severn Cop Block Radio, and we're live on the air right now. I'm glad you were able to call in. We were watching and we were updating the audience on what was happening. You want to tell us firsthand what's going on down there?
Yeah, well, what's happening is Homestead is a little municipality down in the southern tip of Miami-Dade County, about 40 miles south of downtown. So they act like they can do whatever they want because it's kind of far out there. And James Eric McDonough, one of our reporters, he lives down there, and he's been trying to expose them for a long time because they arrested him a few years back. And this is an ongoing thing that's all on our website. So last month he went there and he spoke at the city council meeting like he normally does, and they give 3 minutes. They give everybody 3 minutes, and you're supposed to stop talking after 3 minutes. Well, he started talking, and after about 2.5 minutes, he asked one of the city council people, saying, "Mr. Maldonado, if you have anything to say it to my face instead of behind my back," because he heard a council person was talking crap behind his back, and he was confronting him with that. So as soon as he said that, I think he was about to ask the councilman about an SUV, a city-owned SUV that he wrecked, supposedly. It hasn't really been reported, but we're trying to find out about it. So he was going to ask the council member about that, but the cop basically grabbed him and pushed him out of the council meeting and threw him out without any reason, without any...
Was this under orders of the council members, or did the cop just kind of jump up and grab him on his own?
Well, he's a sergeant at arms, so he basically, his job is to throw anybody out who he doesn't like, or who goes above the 3 minutes, although this guy did not, or who, according to the policy, if you act boisterous or if you slander anybody, which he didn't do, he was just talking normal. So he was just acting on his own, but you know, he was acting on with the approval, of course, of the city council.
So they threw him out, and then today he tries to go to a totally separate meeting.
Yes, they threw him out, but they never said anything to him. They never gave him any formal letter, or they never called him, and they never told him, "You're banned from the city hall." I mean, they know who he is. They never. So a whole month goes by, and we published his article yesterday on PINAC on the website, all about what happened with the video of him getting kicked out.
Well, hold on 1 second, Carlos. We're going to be right back with a commercial break.
Okay.
All right, we're
Yeah. You want me to like hold on or what? Sure, not a problem.
We're on commercial break, guys. We'll be. I'll let you know when we come back.
All right, cool.
The account with Bitcoin. I know this sounds unbelievable, but at my house, we saved as much as 45% off of a new item on Amazon. This information is worth you changing the way you do things. Go to saveitpurse.com right now, get signed up and cash in on the huge raise I'm offering you. 15 to 25% off of everything at Amazon through saveatpurse.com. It's saveatpurse.com.
So you've signed the Shire Society Declaration and are planning your move to New Hampshire to be around more liberty-oriented people. Next, sign up for the Shire Society Forum at forum.shiresociety.com. There are a bunch of people there who are already in the Shire, and they want to meet you. If you're already in the Shire physically, you should also come by the forums. Remember, not everyone uses Facebook. New people are signing up for the Shire Society Forum every month, so drop in and say hello at forum.shiresociety.com.
Money, power, and respect are all yours at creditsuccesssecretsrevealed.com. Be seen as an industry leader. You can do it. The last application you filled out when it was time to hit submit, did your nerves spike? You didn't get the approval you seek. There's a better way. We teach you exactly what to place into the right systems the right way the first time so you get approved. Get up to $100,000 in instant business credit. Many people will get cash on the spot. Use those two tools in your new corporate credit engine so you can walk into the bank and get your project funded today. It's all about today at creditsuccesssecretsrevealed.com. Credit Success Secrets Revealed is explosive and ignites instant results. Dial 1-800-707-8719. That's 1-800-707-8719. 1-800-707-8719. Or just go to creditsuccesssecretsrevealed.com.
Did you know you can listen to LRN.FM via our free-to-air satellite channels? We have channels over nearly all of North America and much of Africa. All you need is an affordable receiver and a dish as small as 30 inches. There are no monthly fees. Learn more at sat.lrn.fm. Plus, if you are a broadcaster or want to be one, this is a good delivery method for our content. See our coverage maps and get details at sat.lrn.fm. That's sat.lrn.fm. sat.lrn.fm.
Understanding your credit score is the first step towards managing and improving it. This is Charlie Sundstrom with your Van Dyke Mortgage Minute. The most influential component of your credit score is your payment history. Almost equally as important is the amount you owe on credit accounts. Also impacting your score, but to a lesser degree, are the length of time you've utilized your credit.
How's the audio from the landline?
In your
Do
various
you hear a
types of
difference?
credit accounts. To help achieve or maintain a healthy credit score, have a system set up to assure your bills are always paid on time. Don't max out your cards. It's better to have a high credit
Well,
limit
you know, I
with
pay
low
with it
balance.
with the internet, so it's all
Never
included.
close old
So,
accounts.
but I only
These
use it
fees
for
can
that.
actually help your credit score.
Because it's one of those
But don't
numbers
be afraid
that,
to use your credit.
that if I
Use
leave it on,
several
I
accounts
get
in
these
order
wrong
to have
numbers
a
all the
credit
time.
score.
So I think
Just keep the
have it
corresponding
all.
payments within your means. For your mortgage pre-approval and refi needs, start by visiting VanDykeMortgage.com.
Corporate NMLS 3035. Van Dyke Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Charlie Sundstrom, NMLS 134251.
Do you love Twitter? Make sure you favorite the LRN.FM Twitter.
Yeah, we're back from a commercial break. We have a caller on the line. Carlos Miller from Photography is Not a Crime. Live from the ground where one of the correspondents that he works with was just arrested at a city council meeting. Carlos.
Yes.
You're back on the air. So before we cut out, you were telling us kind of what led up to what happened today.
Right. So, you know, the background, I gave you the background. Last month he was kicked out because he asked some questions. Last night we published an article wondering what the hell is going to happen when he comes back into the council meeting because they never gave him any formal letter or any word or anything. So he walked in as I was driving down, and he was live streaming it. And as soon as he walked in, the same cop who shoved him out the last month shoved him out again, saying, no, you're trespassed, you're not allowed to come here. You know, you need to get a letter of approval from the council and all that kind of stuff. So Eric just walks off and says, okay, well, I'll see you in the deposition, basically threatening to sue him. And he walks off. He's walking off city property, as he was told, and he turns the camera off, and that is when he was arrested. Now, I got there, and the one woman who saw the arrest, Crystal Foster, who's always at the council meeting because her brother was shot and killed by Homestead Police last month, and he was unarmed, and it's a big mess because this guy, the same cop, has killed a bunch of people. So she said, yeah, I witnessed this arrest, and they were taking him away in handcuffs. Like 15 cops were surrounding him. One of them was recording him, and he said he was being arrested for disorderly conduct because now they can't get him on trespassing because he's already out of the city hall. So they made up this contempt of cop charge. That's what it is. So there were 15 cops there, and there's no reason to have 15 cops arresting a guy for disorderly conduct, except if they don't like the guy, which they don't. And not only that, so they got him on this bullshit charge, and then they took him to the police station, and then they said we're going to take him to the county jail, which is like an hour away, because Homestead's way down there. And there's no reason to do that. All they had to do was, to give him a citation on if they really want to give him this whole disorderly conduct thing. But they really want to teach him a lesson. So he's going to spend the night in jail. He won't get out till tomorrow sometime. And the county jail here is not a pretty place.
And there was nothing anybody could do to like post any bail or get him out tonight.
No, there's nothing you can do. I mean, even if we post bail, he'd be out tomorrow. That's how it works. The system's very slow. So we just have to wait it out. And but now they screwed up because now that they're going to bring more eyes on this little city of Homestead. And then not only that, there's another guy named Kim Hill who's an activist who speaks every month, and he's very critical of the police department. He's been asking for body cameras, which they claim they cannot afford. They say, we don't need body cameras, we need more cops. So he spoke today. He used up his 3 minutes, and as soon as he finished speaking, the cops came up to him, surrounded him, and said, you have to leave or you'll be arrested for trespassing. So what the hell did he do? So he had to leave. So now what they're doing is they're really trying to come down hard on the people who speak out at the council meetings because it's the same people every month because all the council does is ignore them.
This is so bizarre to me because, I mean, we have lots of people that speak out at our council meetings. They pretty much ignore you, but they give you your 5 minutes. They don't ever cut anybody off. I can't believe that they're actually not only bullying people out, but arresting people they don't like. Like, they just open themselves up to huge lawsuits is all that's going to happen here. People are going to get paid a lot of money, and the cops are not going to get reprimanded. We know that.
No, they won't. But the city will be embarrassed because this city thinks they can do whatever they want, and they don't care. I mean, they just built this huge-ass multi-million-dollar, $300 million city hall. They call it the Taj Mahal, and they don't care. But you're right. They went through a few months and they allowed people to speak, and even though they ignored them. But now apparently they were not happy with the article we published because, the guy gets arrested less than 24 hours after he publishes this article on our website, which gets a lot of readers. And, so now they're trying to teach him a lesson. They're trying to shove their weight around. And they're screwing with the wrong people because, look, Eric McDonough doesn't back down. I don't back down. Or, nobody in our staff backs down. And now it's just we're not going to go away. And now they want to play hardball. We will play hardball.
Good.
And that's where we're at right now.
I'm glad you're close enough and you have a crew down there that you're able to take this head on and address this because that's out of control. They need to be reminded big time who the council meetings are there for. They're not there for them. They're there for the people that come.
Well, they're not really.
Well, they're supposed to be.
They're
these people. They screwed up, and this is what happens when, this is a city that goes ignored for the most part because the media down here doesn't really cover it because it's too far away, and so they're so accustomed to doing whatever the hell they want. But times they screwed the wrong people now. Not now because we are going to go down there and we are going to expose them more than we've already have.
Is there a phone number that you're asking people to call and put in complaints or anything like that?
Well, the number I got was from Google, and I was told that it's not working, so I have to do some research on that. But I will write an article tomorrow explaining everything, and I'll have the number in there.
Yeah, if you send that article to me, I'll definitely put it up on the show notes for this show, too, so people can see where they can take some action here. Because these are those cases that you just can't let these slide at all, because once they kick out one person, it's just a trickling down effect. Anybody who speaks out against them can be thrown out.
Well, that's what they're trying to implement here. They basically want to get it so the only people who speak are the ones who are complimenting them. That's what they want. And that's what they're trying to get. It's really insane that they not only arrested our reporter, they threatened to arrest Kim Hill, who if you listen to him speak, I mean, this guy, he's very critical, but he does it in a way where he doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't make up lies, he uses up his 3 minutes, and he sits down, and then they threaten to arrest him. And so I don't know how they're going to explain that one, because we're going to get the video from the city council, because that's public record, and it's all going to be there. They're like, what? Well, and we're going to also have video of all his pastimes where it shows that they don't like what he's saying. He's basically saying, why are you afraid of body cameras? Why are you afraid of body cameras? Why? And why are they afraid of body cameras? Well, we know why. We know why. I mean, and it's because they have a lot to hide.
Yeah. Absolutely. We know that they don't even release the body camera footage unless it shows something good for them. That's the only time they release it. Well, thank you so much for calling. If you want to go find that article, it's on Photography is Not a Crime. Where can they find that on Facebook? I know it's on your wall, but is it posted on Photography's Not a Crime Facebook page too?
Yes, I just reposted it, and I actually reposted it on the Cop Block, in the main Cop Block site. So, yeah, just look out for Pennack reporter kicked out of South Florida council meeting for questioning councilman. This is the article we wrote yesterday. I added an update with a couple of videos from today, and explaining what happened. It's still, I mean, it's all very fresh. I mean, we haven't even talked to Eric. It's just like, I wish, in hindsight, I wish he would have waited for me to come down before he went inside the meeting. But
do you think anything would have been different?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, I don't think they would have arrested him outside. No way, because there's no way they could have done that, because they got him when he was alone. That's what they were waiting for. If there's all of us around him, they would have kicked him out probably and left him alone. I'm sure of that. Because they didn't mess with the same cops were out there. I mean, I even went in there and questioned the cops with my camera and asking them, why did you arrest our dude here? And they're like, oh, we don't talk to the media. But they wanted to arrest me, but of course they couldn't at that point. So these cops, that's how they act. They're very sneaky. They're waiting for him to walk out, and they pounced on him. I mean, this guy, it doesn't appear that he even knew what was going to happen, because he turned off his camera and he was just on his way to his car. And they pounced on him. 15 cops come out of nowhere. Like, for a guy, they're accusing him of disorderly conduct, which is a bullshit charge anyway. But it doesn't take that many cops to arrest somebody for disorderly conduct unless it's a guy you really don't like, and that's what's happening.
Is Carlos going to go and do a rant and drive video for this? Because I love those.
You're breaking up again, Matt. I can't even hear. Carlos, thank you for calling in. We're about to cut to a commercial break. Call in anytime, man. We will definitely be following this and updating this for everybody out there. You can find that at Photography is Not a Crime. Once again, this is Carlos Miller from Photography is Not a Crime. We'll be right back with more Cop Block Radio.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Figure out what part of New Hampshire should be your destination. If so, consider Keene. You'll find more than 150 reasons to move to Keene at move.freekeene.com. Keene is famous for its historic, publicity-generating activism, as well as being the liberty media capital of the world. It's home to freekeene.com, New Hampshire's destination for liberty activism, news, and opinion. For years, we've been compiling over 150 reasons to move to Keene at move.freekeene.com, where you'll learn about some of what's happening here and what makes Keene a great place to live. If you love liberty, you'll probably enjoy anywhere you end up in the Shire. But do your due diligence first. Please visit move.freekeene.com for the full list of over 150 reasons to move to Keene. That's move.freekeene.com.
Here's a chance to do a little activism while you're cruising Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Between the LOL cats, the recipes, the hot girls, and the inspirational sunrise memes, Free Talk Live's posts pass by your newsfeed. Like them, comment. It gives us more exposure. If you don't see our posts, click like at facebook.freetalklive.com and then hover over it to click Get Notifications. It's an easy way to spread the ideas of liberty a bit further. I know you're busy, but you can spare that tenth of a calorie it takes to click on something. facebook.freetalklive.com.
Cell 411 is a free app for Android and iOS that replaces government-controlled 911. Cell 411 allows you to preset a group of friends or private organizations to show up in any emergency. Cell 411 is a nightmare for the state because it proves their so-called services aren't needed. Cell 411 has had thousands of installs, and of course it's covered by the BIPCOT no government license. Cell 411 because your friends won't shoot you when you're in trouble. Without the government, who would build the emergency services? You and Cell 411. Get it today at getcell411.com.
Now that you've found the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM, you may want to help expose others to our great programs. To assist you in doing so, you'll find resources at promote.lrn.fm, including details on how to get a free bumper sticker, quarter-page flyers you can print out and distribute, banners for your website, as well as files that will allow you to make your own custom banners and graphics. Visit promote.lrn.fm and help bring new listeners to the Liberty Radio Network. That's promote.lrn.fm.
This is Michael Dean from the Freedom Fiends radio show. I've run websites since 1996 and have used over a dozen web hosts in that time. AgoristHosting.com is the only one that hasn't broken my heart. Agorist Hosting's uptime and service is stellar, and their DDoS mitigation is the best I've seen. That's important because if you tell the truth in this world, you'll ruffle feathers, and some people will try dirty tricks to silence your voice. No matter what the haters hit us with, Agorist Hosting keeps our websites online. If you have a mission-critical commercial presence or a world-changing activism site, you cannot tolerate any tomfoolery. So go with AgoristHosting.com. And if you want to get your foot in the door with decentralized marketplaces, Agorist Hosting is now offering open bazaar hosting. Go to agoristhosting.com, click on the button that says Get Hosted. Agorist Hosting, that's AGORIST hosting.com.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.fm.
I don't want to go to school, but this is Cop Block Radio, and we're live.
What was that song from? I don't know that song.
I don't need no education.
I think he's making one up.
Oh, is this just it's a made-up song?
No.
It's going to be a hit.
Wasn't it like Eminem, one of the originals?
No, not even close.
It was one of the choruses.
Oh, so you make mixed stuff.
One day I'm going to lead this world. Or no, it wasn't Eminem. It was the other side that Eminem did, that he hosted, the Bizarre and whatever the hell the other guy's name was.
I don't know.
No.
Do you know the other band that he worked with?
There was like D12.
Yes, that's the one.
I'm not down with my Eminem-age. I should probably get off the air right now and go study. Get back.
The same way that
Beef up on
Severin
my
needs to go ahead and check out and educate himself on his memeology, you need to go get yourself all hooked up with the Eminem.
Eminem-age.
The legend that is Eminem.
Eminem-age. I got to get boned up on my Eminem-age.
I want to hear you freestyle by the next show. You should be able to have enough time to...
You want me to freestyle?
Yeah.
I'll have to freestyle in slow motion. Is that cool? Yo, my homies be illin' and I be chillin'. Yeah, I did it! I rhymed! Dude, I could be the slow motion rapper. That could be a thing.
Well,
Man, why don't you just
the
just get yourself a nice big armchair, maybe like a scotch, and just spoken word some rap to us.
Yeah, you know, I could do that. Well, I'm not going to do it now. I don't have scotch. But if I had scotch, I'm going to be the slow motion rapper. That's now a thing that I am going to do. I'm going to slow motion rap about.
But you got to do it as if it was like William Shatner.
Well, William Shatner or the world's most interesting man. I'm thinking maybe more like that. It's
well, this is the final segment of our show, so our listeners.
Hey, did you guys want to give a shout out to somebody that hooked up that sweet
Yeah,
Carlos
absolutely.
call?
We want to give a shout out to Rick Gonzalez for getting a hold of
The dialects are back.
Yeah, the dialects are back, and I'm the one that called Carlos.
So give a shout out to yourself.
Well, no, he called me, but I was talking with him, and I asked him to call.
So give a shout out to yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, shout out to me for getting Carlos on the line. No,
shout out to Chevrolet. So you gotta commit. When I shout out myself, I commit. I go full force. I even break out of slow rapper mode to shout out for myself. I go full speed ahead at that point, and then I go right back into slow rapper. And that's it. The show died with that comment.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody is stunned with my stupidity. Thank you.
The white rapper you just lost me.
Yeah.
But shout out to Rick anyway.
No.
He's doing good shit.
Slow motion rapper. Say it's slow mo rapper. That's the way you do it.
So anyways, we got a final segment.
Oh man.
I'd be dropping rhymes in slow time. See what I'm saying? This is gonna work.
No more of that. But anyway, let's get to our final story of the night. Here comes Matt back in, so hopefully he can hear the final story and be able
That'd be good. And he could contribute somehow.
Sounding like a robot.
Yeah,
well,
I don't know what's
a dialect.
Do you remember the story? Do you remember the story a couple months ago about the dash cam footage that caught Texas state trooper on the highway pepper spraying a group of bikers as they went past?
Yes, I do.
That was just common sense police. That's good policing right there.
He was just testing out.
He was like, what he was doing was he was trying to determine if the bikers had full training in riding their bikes while they get pepper sprayed in the face. Yep. And they did. And they're better for it, and he's better for it.
Well, that's pretty much what Internal Affairs did say.
Pretty much. No, it's good. It's good. They're all better for it. They're better drivers.
The Texas cop will receive almost no disciplinary action for the damning video showing him pepper spraying a group of bikers traveling past him on the highway. Fort Worth police said on Friday that an internal affairs investigation, we investigated ourselves.
We investigated ourselves.
Into this has concluded that Officer W. Figueroa will not be suspended.
Not be suspended.
Only receive minimal internal sanctions. In other words, bad boy, don't do that no more.
So, you mean to tell me that this dude can stand on the side of the road and he can pepper spray people driving on or riding on motorcycles, and he gets nothing? But you all know that if any of us were to go and do that, we would attempted murder, man.
Yeah, we'd be like,
the premeditation.
Yeah, the cop would pull out his gun. The cop would pull out his gun, and he'd be like, "Sir, you're pepper spraying, and you're walking near that water to rescue that lady. I will drop you. I will drop you like a stone.
Fight me!
Fight me!" But there's more to the story, right? Because what they said in the story was, well, nobody complained.
Only the internet.
Yeah, only the internet, but nobody complained, because nobody knew what happened. They're like, what the heck is that? They didn't find out till way later when the video surfaced. Like, oh man, that dude sprayed me.
Yeah, and none of them wanted to go to the police department that just sprayed him and go talk to them.
Yeah, anyway.
Like, hey, excuse me, guys, why did you spray me in the face while I was driving?
Excuse
me, sir. Why did your officer try to kill me? I mean, that's what I would have rolled in. I'd be like, yo, your officer tried to kill me. Like, what's up with that?
Everybody walks over where.
What's up with that?
Yeah, everybody walks to the police, wearing the safety glasses. Officer, why did you spray me in the face? Because they're prepared this time.
I'd have walked in full hazmat, not knowing what was going to happen.
Right? Yeah, that would be the.
Probably would have been shot for that one though.
So what you're saying then is that it is no longer a crime to spray people in the face while they're riding a motorcycle on the highway when you have a bright and shiny badge. This is another one of those bright and shiny clauses. This is a bright and shiny clause. We have to learn the bright and shiny clauses. I am actually thinking of becoming a cop so I can break the law.
Oh.
Is that...
No words.
Yeah,
No words. You can't do that.
I got nothing for that.
I'm not really becoming a cop, but man, you know, it would be a sweet deal, dudes, because then my daughter could wear that T-shirt that says "My dad can arrest your dad." That's not a jerk move. There's nothing jerky about that. That's not raising your kids up to be.
I'm waiting for
total
the story.
tools.
You know it's going to happen. The story, like a car, police supporters get attacked because of thin blue line bumper stickers or something like that. Like they're going to ride through a neighborhood. Somebody's going to be a victim. Somebody's going to have a history with cops and just lose it on these guys that blatantly put their gang symbols on their cars and drive around and say, hey, I am a gang supporter. My family member is in a gang. I'm cool.
You know, you could have that rally at the Blue Line in Northampton Township. You can have that. You can have all the gangbangers and the taggers come out in support of the cops, in support of gang tagging. You know, it's like, no, we represent. We mad respect. You tagged it, and you did it right in public for everyone to see, and you pulled guns when people tried to untag it. Mad respect, bro. Mad respect. But you know what? You're honing in on our gang stuff. So could you just kind of back off a little bit there? But they should rally. They should totally support this. This is tagging, and now tagging is going to make a comeback. I think we should all tag. I think we should all.
I agree. If they can do it, I want to go outside. I get to tag my sidewalk and.
I'm gonna tag. I don't know what my gang symbol is.
We're coming up to the end of the show. I want to make sure everybody can say who they are. I'm Severin Freeman, Lehigh Valley Cop Block. Check out the videos. I just put one up giving you instructions on how to file an appeal without paying a fee. So go check that out. Go check out Lehigh Valley Cop Block on Facebook for our daily activity and our daily videos that we post and daily stories.
And I am Matthew Taylor of Carbon County Cop Block. You can catch me on Facebook and on YouTube. Also, I want you guys to go ahead and head on over to copblock.org /store and get all of your awesome cop blocking needs, as well as heading over to anti-establishment.com to get some of these really awesomely cool shirts that they have.
And I am Paul Gordon. You can go to State of Wake, and I host Disassociation Nation with Jeff Nizio or Niz, and Full Auto at fullautoshow.com with Dimitri.
This has been Cop Block Radio. Tune in next week, guys. We'll be right back here with another live show. copblock.org/show. Check it out.
Peace.
We made it.